This week in Bison Sports on 101.5 UMFM. I can't believe it. We're talking men's basketball. It's in the dead of the off season, but Kirby Schepp is always working here. Kirby Schepp, before we get to who we're going to talk to a little bit here, he's on a little bit of a recruiting trip, but how's your summer been so far?
It's been a real good summer, training with the guys all the time. I mean,
they're in the gym right here, some of the guys.
Excuse me. Yeah, we don't have much of an off season. To be honest with you, guys are here all the time, playing, training, lifting. For myself, I'm able to do some work with the national team. So once again this summer, I had training camp in Toronto, and we'll be down to South America in July. So looking forward to that experience.
You're being modest a bit here, but that's a pretty big deal for yourself to kind of, be with the national team. Is that correct?
Well, it's huge, absolutely huge honor. I mean, this is my 6th summer, and anytime you can test yourself against the best in the world and represent Canada, it's absolutely phenomenal. So really looking forward to another great summer with Team Canada.
So before your journeys with Team Canada and the off season, getting ready for the next season for Bison men's basketball program, you're already looking ahead a little bit here. You've got someone here. I mean, introduce who's here and tell us what's going on here right today.
Well, for us, recruiting is done for the 2016 season, and we're already on to 2017. And outstanding young man here to my left, Mason Foreman. Mason and I go back a long ways. I actually know his parents very well, and was fortunate enough to.
Did you play?
I played with his dad Jeff back at another university.
Somewhere else on another part of this city.
That's right. And so Mason has come along and is not only an outstanding athlete, but an outstanding student as well. If he would have stayed in Manitoba this year, undoubtedly would have been one of, if not the top recruit in the province this year. But he's had to go away to prep school, and now he's back a bit for the summer, and so we're hoping to convince him to stay home next year.
Mason Foreman, tell the vast listening audience on 101.5 UMFM a little bit about your story. Like Coach said, you went out east this last year.
I went to New Jersey this year, play in a private school, New Jersey. We ended up doing very well this year. We made state semis. Ended up losing that game to Seton Hall Prep, but ended up being a very good season. Nothing wrong with it, but next year will be very good for my senior season.
What's the experience like last year out there in America?
It's a lot different than here.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I would think it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's way busier. Not as I'm from the rural. I'm from Selkirk, so it's very quiet there. And going to New York and New Jersey, it's just crazy with the traffic and everyone getting up early and going to work and stuff like that. It's just nuts. But
are you getting a lot out of it, as in experience being in New Jersey, but also basketball-wise?
Yeah, basketball-wise, you can go anywhere to the gym. Back home, I'm not really had the opportunity to do because it's kind of not as many opportunities to do that. So New Jersey, there's way more to do that stuff, and I can go whenever I want, do whatever I want, stuff like that.
Let me pick your brain a bit here, Mason. First, I was 6'7". Am I right about this?
Yeah.
You look. That's about right. Now, what position? Do you have a kind of forward, guard sort of?
I play like a forward, sometimes a guard. That's what I usually play. Like on my AAU team, I play a guard. More on my high school team, I play forward. So.
From Selkirk originally, right? Were you a Royal back in the day?
Yeah.
All right, good stuff. Well, my girl she's from Selkirk, so I know all about. Now, so that experience from Selkirk, it's a pretty small community, a high school, pretty hyped. What made you decide kind of New Jersey sort of for this step before maybe coming here, hopefully, being down the road?
It just opened my eyes more, giving me the more exposure, experience what basketball's like around the world, almost not just here in Manitoba, New Jersey, other states too, and it helps me get a better basketball player, improve my game more.
Talking with Mason Foreman and Kirby Schepp about Bison men's basketball this year, and hopefully maybe Mason comes around here. Your coach is going to take you around the campus a bit. Your dad was at the other place when he played back, and mom as well. But what do you know a little bit of university, or will you find some out with this kind of when coach shows you around the campus a bit?
We'll see what kind of stuff they have, like how the buildings are like, and what the program's like and stuff like that.
Do you know a little bit of sort of the success that Kirby Schepp has brought to Bison men's basketball over the last couple of years?
Yeah.
I mean, is that be honest here, is when you're kind of deciding when we go forward, what kind of factors are you looking at when we go there? Like, I don't want to put him on the spot here, right?
Yeah.
It's good, right?
Like when I look at a university, I'm looking at a good education,
Awesome.
and also with a good basketball, somewhere I can like play too. Mostly, I like having good schooling, not just going to play basketball. Mostly, I like having good education because I want to do stuff after.
What are you looking at as a faculty? Have you gone that far?
I want to go to medicine.
Nice.
After,
I think we have a pretty good medicine program here. I don't know. I think, yes, of course we do. University of Manitoba has a great medicine program. So the factors of that. Now, you being here local, are you someone who wants to, you're in New Jersey when, last year and stuff, do you want to stay away from Manitoba, or are you thinking to come back, or where is that factor in your mind? Is that sort of you want to stay afar, or you're looking maybe down the road to come back here?
Again, it's still really whatever. The education is best and the basketball best. Like, I'll go anywhere. Not
Awesome.
really.
Awesome, good stuff here. Lastly here, before we go, so you show Mason around here and stuff. Your job never ends, does it?
It never does. I mean, we're always trying to get guys like this in our program. And I mean, for a guy like Mason, he's a multi-talented guy. And you talked about the basketball side of it. We think he's one of those guys, exactly the type of people we're trying to recruit that can play multiple positions, but is also a very high-end student, very high-character individual, and someone that's going to represent us extremely well. So, just exactly the type of people that we're trying to bring around here.
That would be fantastic. All the best, Mason Foreman. We hope you become a Bison down the road. This helps you a little bit. That would be great. And if it doesn't, well, I'm sorry. But we did the best we can. Have a great visit about that. All the best this summer. Kirby Schepp, all the best at Team Canada and your pursuits as you get forward into the 16th. We'll talk to you as we get close to the season. And you're listening to This Week in Bison Sports on 101.5 UMFM.